How's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. Well, my royal family, you know what time it is. Go get your shit. Oh, this is double juicy. I love shit like this. I'm going to milk it for all it's worth. Yes, I must do this. Juicy, juicy, juicy. Oh, so juicy to me. Woo, when I seen this article last night, I said juicy. So I got two videos to show y'all. I got an article I'm going to read, but I'm going to read the juicy parts. Becky done got busted. Oh, yeah, one of them school teachers. Boy, I tell you one thing. Coronavirus has exposed many things. So, some of y'all might have heard of it, but I'm going to read on. So the actual title, This is What Black People Do? California teacher resigned after rant against black student and his mom caught on Zoom. Hot mic. Family plans lawsuit. I'm going to give a word of advice how True Royal operate. When I'm on my phone, say I'm on a three-way, and I want to, talk real greasy about somebody. I'm going to keep it core over here tonight. What I do is I hang up, I cut the phone off, and I'll leave it off for a good 5 minutes. Then after I leave it off, then I will cut it back on, and the very person that I want to talk to about the other party that we had the three-way with, I go in. I'm just trying to give y'all some advice so you don't get caught up. And, you do that with Zoom or however you communicate. Cut your shit off or you're going to get caught. Now, I know some people ain't going to take that advice, because y'all the gift to keep giving. As we continue on, my real family. A white Los Angeles County school teacher spent over 30 minutes eviscerating one of her black students after she met with his mother for a parent-teacher teleconference on Zoom earlier this year. Kimberly Newman. Now, that is my maiden name. Of all things, that stood out to me. I was like, oh, I guess I must do this video because my name is all over this article. Laid into the student. A sixth grader in one of her science classes, she called his family scammers and liars, insulted his mother, hurled racial epithets against black people. They didn't have that in the article. I had to add that. But Newman, that's the school teacher, forgot to log out of Zoom conference. Unbeknownst to her, our royal son's mother was listening to her racially charged tirade the whole time. Your son has learned to lie to everyone and make excuses to be entitled because you taught him to make excuses that nothing is his fault, Newman said on the hot mic. This is what black people do. This is what black people do. White people do it too, but black people do it way more. School district officials placed Newman on administrative leave in January following her profanity-laced rant. The teacher later resigned. Now, she in Palmdale District, where she used to teach, find themselves in the crosshairs of a pending lawsuit. Attorneys for the student's mother, Miss Storks, filed a tort claim against the district last week. The claim puts the district on notice of Miss Stokes' intentions to file a lawsuit. Let's see here. I think they were devastated and shocked, the family attorney John C. Taylor told Atlantic Black Star. Remote learning is frustrating for people on both sides of the equation, both from kids and for the teachers. I get that, but remote learning didn't turn this teacher into a racist, and it is frightening to hear the ease with which she said things she does about the mom and the kid, which first off indicates this is not the first time she has said these things, and it is frightening to think that the conversation among other teachers might sound like that too. This ain't nothing new. We been talking about this. We been talking about this. So, Miss Stork's 12-year-old royal son is a student at Desert Willow Fine Arts School. Let me slow down. Miss Stork's son is a student at Desert Willow Fine Arts Science and Technology Magnet Academy. Let me switch that over real quick. Magnet Academy, a middle school in Palmdale, California. It serves as a student population that is 70% Hispanic, 16% Black, and 5% white. Attorneys said the child was having difficulties accessing the online platform for his classes. He and his mother live in an area with spotty Wi-Fi. The school district set him up with a hotspot, but he still struggled to access his coursework. Our royal son fell behind on his assignments and his grades plummeted. Miss Storks contacted school officials on multiple occasions asking for help. They told her to talk to Newman, her son's science teacher, who scheduled a conference actually, on January 20th with the mother via Zoom to discuss the issues. But after their office hour sessions was over, Newman vented about the situation to her husband while crafting an email that she sent to the students and other teachers as well as school administrators. She accused Storks of lying about her son's difficulties accessing the online network and suggested the single mother was attempting to avoid. Okay. I'm not going to read the other part because it's so juicy to hear it to come out the enemy's mouth. And I'm going to play two different videos because, I like to over-exaggerate and milk it for all it's worth. Lean all up in it. Josie, I can't help thyself. All right, let's get this sound going. Let's get all up in it. Lean in it. All right, here we go.
Parents, that's what kind of pieces they're black. He's black. They're black family.
A racist science teacher at Desert Willow Fine Arts Science and Technology Magnet Academy in Palmdale mouths off about one of her students and their parent following office hours on Zoom. But the Zoom meeting wasn't ended, so the mother and her son heard the rant and recorded it.
Your son has learned to lie to everybody and make excuses.
Are you
to be entitled. Because you taught him to make excuses that nothing is his fault. This is what black people do.
The mother, Keturah Stokes, and her son have filed a claim against the Palmdale School District.
My client is a single mother who has two children, and like many people, struggled during the pandemic. The school provided her with a Wi-Fi hotspot that her son was supposed to use to be able to access the Zoom platform, but he was having trouble getting onto that platform, and then as a result wasn't able to complete assignments and was falling behind in school.
According to Miss Stokes' attorney, her sixth grader didn't struggle in school before the pandemic. Once she saw her son's issues with distance learning, Miss Stokes reached out to his science teacher for help, shocked by what the teacher said behind their backs.
These parents are such liars. They're such liars. Absolute liars.
As a sixth grader, growing up, looking up to his teachers, to hear his teacher say these things about him and his mom behind their back, the way that she was saying them, and for it to be directed at them because of the color of their skin, it was just so disappointing and hurtful. There's no place for educators who say racist things in this district or in any district.
The Palmdale School District says they will not tolerate this behavior. The science teacher responsible for the rant resigned back in January. In Los Angeles, Josh Haskell, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, my royal family. I got another one I'm going to play. But since y'all getting the gist of it, again, I will read this. These parents are such fucking liars. They are such fucking liars. Absolute fucking liars. Newman filmed to her husband, who he heard responding in the background during the conversation. Okay, where else did she say? I mean, these parents, that's what kind of piece of shit they are. Black. She's black. They, a black family, the teacher is here. Say it. They heard this shit. Ain't this juicy, my royal family? See, the reason why I'm over exaggerating this, I've been saying for many years, we gift wrapping our royals and sending them to the enemy. And I always talk about when they get an opportunity. It doesn't necessarily have to be the pigs. It's the beasts. Straight up. And they do what they do. And there are a lot of these Karens in these schools across America. And they are being exposed for their true ass nature. I'll get it back to y'all.
Teachers caught mocking a student and his family on Zoom. Apparently,
These parents, that's what kind of pieces of shit they're. Black. He's black. They're black family.
Palmdale teachers caught mocking a student and his family on Zoom, apparently not knowing they were still listening. Tonight, the disturbing comments have resulted in legal action. It allegedly happened when the family reached out to the teacher for help with their 12-year-old son.
They are still stunned and heartbroken by those comments. KTLA 5's Carlos Saucedo joins us live from Palmdale tonight. Carlos.
That's right. The black family has filed a claim against the school district here in Palmdale after the teacher was caught making racist remarks during a Zoom conference call. Apparently, the teacher thought that the call had ended. Take a listen.
I mean, these parents, that's what kind of pieces of shit they're. Black. He's black. They're black family.
This racist rant allegedly made by a now former teacher at Desert Willow Middle School in Palmdale. Science teacher Kimberly Newman had just finished a parent-teacher meeting via Zoom back in January, but apparently forgot to disconnect at the end and goes off on the parent and student while speaking to her spouse.
Your son has learned to lie to everybody and make excuses.
Are you
to be entitled. Because you taught him to make excuses that nothing is his fault. This is what black people do. This is what black people do. White people do it too, but black people do it way more.
The mother of the 12-year-old boy, Katura Stokes, started recording while in disbelief. She has filed a claim against the Palmdale School District, saying the incident shows how students of color are unfairly treated.
Totally disturbing. I mean, absolutely outrageous.
An attorney for the family says mom, in this case, is a single mother of two and, like many, has struggled during the pandemic to keep her kids engaged in remote learning.
She was really reaching out for help because she wanted to make sure that her son, who prior to this transition to an online platform was an honor student, was falling behind, was struggling in school, and she just was looking out for his best interest. And this teacher seemed to have no compassion for that.
The district acknowledged the incident and said the family was offered an apology and counseling. The teacher has since resigned, but the racist incident has left a lasting impact.
He's a kid, and kids are resilient, but I think one thing that's going to stick with him for a long time is the things that he heard that teacher say.
Now, the claim was filed yesterday. The school district will have 45 days to respond before they're slapped with a civil lawsuit. Reporting live tonight in Palmdale.
All right, my royal family.
KTLA 5 News.
I brought the juiciness, my royal family. Let me take that all the way down. Let's go back to the juiciness. This shit ain't nothing new. It just all have to come out in the wash eventually to wake up our own. All right? Stop dealing with these people, period. All right? But the thing that I love about the age of exposure is that there is nothing you can hide behind. Even though they're going to come up with some type of excuse, they always going to be the unquote victim. All right? So this further lets the royal family know we have to take care of our immediate situation. We have to know the curriculum, and we can set up our own. And the main thing is to let our royals know the nature of the beast. Point blank. That is it, and that is all. That's all I have to say. So what you need to do, my royal family, with all this juiciness, is render your voice with your beautiful divine words. And it's always, my royal family, I thank you for your love. I thank you for your support. And with that said, Ashe. Ooh, that was juicy. I love that.